Hi guys, Retro Tech Ralph here. Got another video for you. I was on eBay again, and I was just looking for all sorts, just little projects, things that have been broken that I might be able to fix. I used to try and look for lots so I can get different sort of things into the garage and maybe have a play about with stuff anyway. But I got this one lot. It was not for one Atari, not for two Ataris, kind of two and a half. Now, the guy actually sold these as the parts not working. Now, I already have an Atari fully working, but you can tell there's obviously differences. There's like the black one. I don't know if they call this one the Junior Vader or whatever. That's just the silver one with the line underneath. This got the full bar. There is absolutely no difference at all with any of these. So technically, I now have 4 Atari 2600 Juniors in the garage. This is the one I did my own composite mod, making a stereo on the back of there, so it makes it easier to plug into the TV, works absolutely perfect. These, I think all 3 of these might have already been composite modded. This one, obviously. All these kind of work. Now, right, it is a little bit an odd thing I found. Watch the power button. This isn't plugged in. See, there's still power in the capacitor. This one I think does it as well. Yeah, I can barely see it come on, but it's basically flat anyway. This one's been switched on all the time anyway. So basically, these were £15, so it's about 18, 19 euros, $20 for all 3 of these, all as parts. If I can get one of these working, then so be it. Now, I've already checked. I think this one actually does work, but somebody's already put a composite mod with the cable on the end of it. I don't like that. It's messy. I'd rather have sockets on the back of it, but it's not damaged the case too much anyway. So I can get into this. There's only 1, 2, 3 screws holding it in place. Made in Ireland, so it's an Ireland Junior. This one has... Actually, that's the point. Why is there a screw hole there, but there's a board, there's a thing behind it? See, this one actually feels lighter than this one. But I think, as you can see inside there, there's a heat sink or an RF shielding in there. I think this one's completely missing. As for this, it's just the board. But as we dig into these, we'll find out that this might not actually work right. But it's been... something's happened with the shielding on the bottom. It's obviously rusted and we need to clean these bits off. It's crusty, yeah, it needs a bit of a soak. But even if these don't work, I had problems with the other one of the 2600s, and I couldn't... You can't find one of these anywhere for love no money as a part, the cartridge slot. I can easily use one of these as parts. So, but also what I've thought of it is as well, if I can't get these, well, if I can get all 3 of these fixed, which would be great, there was somebody selling another top cover, which I got for a few quid, I think about a £5 or something, just the top cover. Obviously he's had parts before, or he's took certain things like these and stripped them down just for parts, just for idiots like me, just to complete a project. So what I'm going to do is see if any of these work properly. So I think one of them definitely powers. See, that's a good thing as well. I've got that on there as well. The buttons. I mean, it's not brilliant. It's not bad either. It's kind of similar to that one. In some levels it looks better, but some levels it looks worse. But I can easily clean that up anyway. That should fit nicely. Yeah. On there. So I've got now 3 complete projects for Atari 2600 to do. So that's not bad at all, really. But these all in Ireland. 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 Okay. So patent pending. Comparison, they're all exactly the same. I'm still confused why that and this one now has got a screw hole in there, but the boards, Yeah, this doesn't feel right to me. Something's not right. There's a hole, but a board behind it. Okay, let me get these fully stripped down, back down to everything off these, and we'll carry on with this in a few minutes. Lid, board, bottom. Base, bottom. Lid. Ooh. Base, bottom. Now, all three of these out. Let's get rid of the bottoms. They're all... they are slightly different. They've got serial numbers on these. CO21604-G, GC20H. So it's probably exactly the same bases on these because the code number is exactly the same. You can read upside down. But tops. Oh, that's the buttons rattling there. 216. That's G. That's J. F. Okay, so obviously different fronts, but they're all exactly the same, just a little bit of a batch difference. So we can lose those for the time being. So let's have a look at what the boards are. A little bit like I've been in here, but the weight difference on these then, because that's the one that didn't have a lid, that's the black one, and that's the one that was already modded. So, okay, 83, 83, 83. Slight difference, got your green capacitors there, red over here. So this one does seem a bit different. What the hell? I think he might have already changed this. That's why you've got the cable running along down here. Let me get in on this one. Yeah. These look as original as anything. But obviously that one's been done. Not particularly well having the heat sink round there and not shrink wrapping it to it. Voltage regulator. See, the regulators are off on these, they're not even screwed into place. So I'd say they wouldn't actually work too well with having no screw on it and not being able to straight into the heat to be earth cells. But I don't know much. You know I don't know much. Even the LED on this one is higher up. These are both circuit mounted. This one is raised. So then let's put another LED on. See, it's got power inside it. I'll let that burn itself off. I'll turn them all on, because I don't want to electrocute myself. Not anymore. So obviously the composite mod on this one has been done, but I'm not that happy with it. I don't like it. It's too... That's the point. Look here. You've got two capacitors instead of the standard. This is... I don't think this one... This has definitely not been touched. Let me zoom out a little bit. This one's definitely not been touched. Everything's original. That's not been touched. Apart from the composite mod is removed. They've removed these as well. Okay, I don't know, that has definitely been removed. So all three of these, that's obviously been done and left. And a bit of a... I'm guessing this one, he's probably broken something on it. That's why it doesn't work. But he's removed the capacitors. This one is removed L10 and left it there, which I have the instructions for the, where are we? Here it is. For the Future Was 8-bit composite mod. And you remove R56, which is there. That's showing anyway. You have to remove the diode, remove this part here, remove the RF modulator. You don't remove these two. They've gone, and I don't know what's under here. I don't need the RF shielding anymore. So, still puzzled then why this fits into a... These fit into a base, but that screw is there. Okay. There's a hole there. There isn't a hole there or there. These bases are different as well. I suspect somebody's had this and been faffing. So all three of these are probably parts. I mean, I could just drill a hole. Now it looks like that's been drilled through anyway. That's a bit weird. I don't know. I mean, testing wise, all three power up. That's not a problem. The lights light up. One of these will tune in with the composite. The other two will not. That obviously will not, because there's nothing on the end of it. The cable's gone. That needs modding and see if I can do anything with it. One cable looks like the composite mod has been ripped off anyway. So let's get rid of that. Don't need it. This composite mod, although it goes to the coax connector on the back, there's no audio attached to it. So I think that one did work, but I need the boards cleaning. I'm not 100% happy with this, but I think it's an older one. It's one of the ones that use, that one's using on the breadboard that somebody's made themselves. I do prefer the 8-bit ones. Future Was 8-bit. We're in here. Got a bag in here with 3 spare. Luckily, I think I bought about 5 a while ago. One I put in the Atari, one I made a little test bed for, so video, audio, everything's in the right places, and I can just put onto certain parts. I was going to do this on the grandstand to see if I could composite mod that, which it partly worked, but then one of the grandstands decided to kill itself, and that went the way of eBay for parts. But I have got another few more I want to do composite mods on anyway, so let's have a look. So I need them. I've got plenty of resistors and whatever I can possibly replace capacitors with, but they don't look bad actually. I might not actually do it. So I know I've definitely got one, because I think when I bought the one for mine, I did replace it. It's a big bloody cap, that one, isn't it? Right, let me strip this off. And I want to strip these out. I want to get these back down to the bare. Yeah, I could actually reinstate one, because I have got the original in this other box up here. By the way, these are available on Amazon. They're quite alright. Yeah, I've got the original RF. I can actually just make one back to the as it were if I could find the capacitors on there. C53, 54s, or should I just? Yeah, I'll just get on with doing a triple composite mod using the Future Was 8-bit stuff. Right. Okay. Let's strip these down. Where have we got stickers? They've got 40 and 29, 41, 39. Must be. Oh, I think it must be operators. Right. So leave me alone for an hour. I'm going to get on with stripping these fully down, and yeah. Let's start modding. Okay, we've got the usual tools out for cleaning everything with. It's all sticky off of where the RF modulators used to be. So I'm still iffy about all of the soldering on this. I mean, I understand this one especially. All four of the main chips, all four of the chips, have been taken off and put on. Yeah, so you can pull them out. And the standard is soldered straight to the board, which is these ones. So I don't know if this is in a later revision, because these still got the green variable resistor or whatever R9 is, and that one's got a different type. Whether or not that was built like that, I don't know. I still don't like this jury-rigged 2 capacitors there. That can be replaced for 1 easily anyway, so Plus, here's a good one. To put this capacitor in, instead of bending the leg round, put it over the top and then solder it down there, they put the soldered in. I don't think that's gone through very much. It's just barely on surface. It just doesn't look very good. But then wired down to this one here. But what is really annoying is there's a cable on the back of here going from there to there, because he's drilled a hole straight through to get this cable tied to hold that in place. So he's broken that contact there. There was areas next to it he could have possibly done, or maybe gone straight down through the earthing, which is this section here, which goes all the way underneath here. And so he's broken a big massive trace by drilling straight through it. We can fix that. So I don't know. Right, here's the plan. I'm going to desolder, desolder, desolder. I've got another one of these anyway, so I can replace this bottom one of these. I can replace that better. These look fine. The capacitors, there's only 2 on these anyway. But I'm going to replace them ones as well. I'm sure I've got spare of these. If I've got spare of them ones, I'll change them as well. But at the minute, it's even here as well. The solder, it's not being desoldered, it's just being cut. And what I'm going to do now, I'm just leave me alone for an hour or two. I'm going to get on with doing this and getting the board cleaned up. Well, there's some goo on the back anyway where rust's come, so that'll need scraping off, and possibly it's on the earth, so it shouldn't be a problem, but it's over on that part there, so maybe an issue. But let me see where I'm heading on these. Like I say, if we can get one out of these 3, then fine. We'll have one really good one with the black case, because I really like that case. It looks really good. And I've only got four screws anyway, not the whole lot. Yeah, so give me a couple of hours for me, but for you it'll just be quick, straight into the next scene. So yeah, when you see these will be a lot different. These will be more straighter, they'll be more cleaner, and no bloody stupid mods that were, yeah. Let's put the proper mods on this. The Future Was 8-bit mods. Just before you go, got one of the boards in. This was it's a circuit board holder, but I've extended it with having the silver bar on. It's the same size. There was an unboxing I think I did for July's. Basically bought another piece of metalwork, which is all the silver bit. Black bit was actually the original width of this, which wouldn't have actually held this. It held it there and there, which everything's in the way, but I can accommodate boards way bigger by just putting a new piece of metal on. So I'm going to get on with this, and yeah, see you in a bit. Okay, desoldering of the mod kits I've done. The funny thing is this one with the huge capacitor on the end, which is obviously wrong, but it's right capacitance, whatever, but I'm going to put a different one on. The one that came with this breadboard actually does fit exactly the same place as the Futures 8-bit mod. Goes onto this resistor here, centre of that diode, an earth, and one other unforgettable place. But yeah, but it's the one that actually doesn't need much fettling, because this is actually quite a nice clean board. Back, front, apart from with there, but we'll get round that in a little while. Well, this is the one with everything's been raised, which is kind of strange, but does mean if ever I need to change one of these chips, then it's absolutely dead easy. But what I'm going to do with this one is change these two capacitors for one, change that one for a singular one as well. It's sticking to my hand. Let me show you the other two boards. See, one board looks better now. There's a bit of soldering part there, which is actually caked on. I don't know whether it's caked on by Atari or by somebody else doing the mod. It's a little bit better. I'm just hate the way when people just think, yeah, clip, 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 done, we're sorted. No, get the bloody things out while you can. It's absolutely crapping rust and cack on the back. I don't know what this is, but it's going to get cleaned. That one doesn't. That's ready for next phase. And that one's the same as cack on the back where the RF shielding went through. So whether or not these two have actually had some problem in the past, I don't know. So more cleaning to do. That's not anything anyway, that's just where I think the alcohol's just been, yeah, it just needs a damn good clean. So still more cleaning. I'm not showing you this because, to be honest, it's really dull. It's absolutely horrible watching things being cleaned. So another mod kit. I mean, that one actually does look quite professional, this one. Full board, full design instead of the breadboard. So it must be a different company. Silver Fox 8786 possibly. Atari AV mod. So it's a professional one anyway, so somebody has actually bought this. Unless it was the guy at Silver Fox who's done it and I've just ripped it out. But it just seems weird with the soldering on this. If you can, let me get your in on this, if I can see. There we go. They haven't gone through with the soldering and soldered from the back. They've kind of pushed each through and then soldered from the top. I mean, that, you wouldn't even expect me to do that. So let me get on with doing the rest of these clean-up and then we'll see where we are in a few minutes. Right, what a bloody mess. Right, all three boards are clean. I haven't even touched the cases yet. I've got three Futures 8-bit mod boards. They're compared to what, have a look, the other one, yeah, it's probably exactly the same, but, and this one did actually work. I didn't show you on camera, but it did. I actually tested this earlier, and these were exactly the same, 4 in. This one kind of didn't, but I don't think it was half wired up right. But I need to put things on and then see if other things work. I've actually got a spare capacitor for each of these two. I'm going to leave these alone for the time being because they look fine. There's only 2 caps on there anyway. I'm sure I'll be able to find something anyway if I wanted to. But they're all nice and clean. They'll get stuck into place, soldered in, done. Happy, happy. But I just need to tidy up a little bit. Everything's a bloody mess. Yeah. And these were so sticky, these two specifically. So the crap on the bike. There's a lot of tarnishing on there. I've got my fiberglass pen. It does kind of take a bit off. I've not got the patience to polish up. But to be honest, do I really need to? Do I really need to make these absolutely mint? I don't know. And it comes up a little bit better, but it's for the crap that it was before. It was absolutely ridiculous. And I don't think I need to do that anyway. I don't want to take all the green off this. I don't have a pen to touch up certain bits. There is a... Oh, where is it? It's kind of on the back of here, where it's kind of gone, these thin tracks on here, it's kind of come off a little bit, but it's not essential. It's perfectly fine without it. A little bit more cleaning. So I think when you do the clean on this, you've got to be patient, but then you've got to have a limit. If you want it absolutely factory fresh, fine, it's going to take you a long time, but you're never going to find that it's actually good enough. You're going to carry on, and then you're just going to think, I've just wasted my entire weekend. You know, that little part there, I was loving that. I was absolutely stunning, that part there. Could quite easily carry on with this. It looks like it was just goo. It's kind of the goo that's on the end of here. I don't know if it was sticky goo, I don't know if it was rusty goo. I don't know if something was poured in here, but it was exactly the same on both of these boards. I mean, to be honest, both these boards they're exactly the same boards, these two. I think these were on the same production line at the same time. Because they're both revision, actually they're all revision 2s. A C022018. Revision 2s. If you look on the side of here, you've got the OPC number. That goes in. It's 2384, which is obviously the 23rd week of 1984, and they're both. There, what one? I think that's in focus, and then that one. These must have been run down the production line at the same time, whereas this one has early. So the 9th week in 1984, all out of the same factory. They're all exactly the same board, but I'm classing this one as my better one out of the three, because it does work. Somebody's already faffed and modded. Yeah. So next job, that still looks a little bit mucky, that one. Could do with a bit of a polish. It's not particularly bad, but I think my OCD's kicking in a little bit. You can be a little bit rough with the back of these. It's not too bad. Everything's pretty solidly soldered in. So what's next job to do? Right, I need to take that off. I'm leaving those, or I could buy some and have a go with it, possibly. I need to take that off. I'm taking that off. I'm going to solder these on. I might actually, because I don't know why the red LED on these is actually flush against it, and this one is off by a mile. I don't know why they did that, or whether or not this was a mod that somebody's put on. These are darker red LEDs. That's a really light one. I might just solder that one through so it's flush with the board. Why not? Why not, indeed? So, yeah, let's do a bit more soldering, because they need, like I said, they need to come off. Everything else seems fine. Once we get round to the actual putting the mods on. Oh no, I found. Yeah, I found some parts. I need to pull the pieces out of these here, or just ignore it. No, I can't ignore it. Soldering to do. Yay! Right then, there we go. All three boards are ready. Nice and clean. Much crap solder and crap joints corrected as much as I can. I have recapped, if you'd notice, that this one is my best one. I've done the capacitor on this one, and then another one up there. So it's back down to one capacitor now, which is good. It's not the right type, but it is a right, capacitance. That's fine. And that one on here, yeah, I had spares anyway. Bit of tip for you: if you want to, make sure you put a bit of oil in the switches, all four of them, just in case. They'll just be inside the casing pretty soon anyway, so you won't really be able to get another go at this. I mean, this other capacitor that was put on, the only thing you need is a 2200 16 volt, and the guy has put a 10,000 with 16 volt. A bit over the top. So I don't know why he's done that one. Maybe he thought that he'd read somewhere that it's a good idea to put something that's way over the top on capacitance. Capacitance I like to keep the same, the ultrafarads, as what's originally in there. Maybe the voltage can go up a little bit just to help a little bit, but not really needed. I'm keeping the other two as they are at the moment. I'm not recapping. There's only 4 anyway to do. So if these don't work, then I'm not losing anything. Shrunk the LED down, oil the switches, everything is happy. Right then, what we got now? I have 3, count them, 1, 2, 3, future was 8 bits, 1, 2 and 3 will go on there. If these don't work, I can quite easily unsolder and I can faff and put back into bags and get them back into my storage box, so we can get around to them, doing them another day. So let's stick these on. Just needs to be there. I don't need to bother with doing cables first and then sticking them on later. It's quite easy to do them now. Future was 8-bit, I've took care of everything. It's just too easy. All I need to do is just find some phono sockets for the back and then mount it all in place, and then they're all done. I'll get these all done and I'll test them to see whether or not they work first before I do any final mounts into the cases on these. Otherwise I look a bit foolish putting a crap motherboard inside a case for no reason at all. And then we can see what's what. I need to put a couple of bolts in here and some, I don't really need to, but I'm going to put some Arctic silver underneath there. All I have for doing the heat sinks on chips is Arctic silver. Tiny little dab underneath there and then bolting it down will be fine. If these don't work, then I'll have to replace these anyway. But at the minute, everything seems fine. This one does seem a bit different, so I guess the guy before has actually changed them and these are still the originals. But I do want more contact with the board on these in case anyway. So I need to find a couple of nuts and bolts and some Arctic silver, get them done, and then wire up our Future was 8-bit composite mod. Look at that. It's so tiny. It's so ridiculously tiny. You can't even focus in. Yay. Ridiculously good. I looked up at the Future was 8-bit. Absolutely brilliant. So, give me a few minutes. I'll get these done and sorted and we can get on with reconstruction, shall we? Okay, board's now prepped and ready. Future was 8-bit upgrade is there. It's ready to be soldered on. I've removed the R48 resistor off all 3. I am not sure whether or not these 2 boards are going to work with having C53 and C54 removed. We'll find out later. It's all on there. This one should definitely work. It definitely worked before. Change the caps, yeah. But all I need to do is wire up and then get some phono sockets on the back and then test. And then that's it really. I'm quite enjoying doing this. I'm kind of bringing these back. I think I should do these more often. Buy these bulk loads and do the same thing over. Granted, this is a different board, but these two are exactly the same. So yeah, I'm enjoying this. This is quite relaxing, to be honest, to do this. To just copy. Yeah, enjoying this. Right, time to start wiring things up. Okay, we're halfway through. Tinned the ends of the 8-bit board, soldered on 4 wires. Like I said, this one here, let's call it with the clear or the red parts there. This one should work because everything is on board, including these 2 caps, whatever they are, C53 and C54. If they're not there, I'll have to find replacements and see what I can do with them, which are the missing off of here and on here. But halfway there on the soldering, doing quite well. Now all I need to do now is, I think I need to test them now, don't I? I need to put the put the cable on and see if it works. If all 3 of these work on the TV. If they do, then I can carry on and get things properly fitted up and all working perfect. So yeah, stand by, hold all the phones. I'm going to keep going, I think. Right, I've got one rigged up. It's only put into a couple of cables anyway, so as you can hear, I've got sound. I've got a picture as well. For some reason, it's not exactly right. So there's not much I can fiddle and fettle with, to be honest, unless there's something actually wrong with one of the chips. So I can alter this, and the screen does go from different colours, but it's not particularly good. So I don't know, you can't see it, but I'm not twisting the camera around anyway, but I just don't know. Yeah, actually, yeah, have a look. I mean, this is Smurf. Well, there he is. Colours are way out. I don't think it's supposed to be a pink background. His face is shocking. So many dots and stuff on it. Yeah. Because again, because the this here, the socket doesn't fit. Well, it does fit. It just kind of, once you wobble it around, as you can see in the reflection, it just doesn't do well if it's not precisely in the right place, which I had a problem with the last one like that, and it worked alright. It just kind of, once you touched it, it wouldn't, but once you put the lid on, it was in the precise place. It was fine. So it's working, but it's not. I think something else may be gone along the line of here, but I'm still not convinced about those two. And let's get another one in and see what. I would check if anything's burned or blown out on this, but let's get another board in place and see what we can find. Okay, right then, second board is in place. It's the one with the clear regulator over there. The older one out of the three. So I'm winding. It's not pretty, but it'll do for what I'm trying on this. So I'm gonna get the cartridge in place. There we go. And on she goes. See, I've got the same again. Look, it's very pink, dark as well. But also that's the regulator, which you can see, and you can see the reflection down here. Fully way to the left. Let's turn around. So I can get a perfect black and white picture. Should we have to try this in mine? Yeah. I'm going to try this in the one that I've already composite modded and see if there's any problems with the actual chips themselves. Look at that setup. Right, this is the one that I did before. Same setup, same power supply, my composite mod, on it goes. Okay. So the background is pink, but he's a lot more blue and white. Okay, so that does work then. It is a pink background then. So that's really confused me. So let's see. I might call an end to this project just for a simple idea of it needs testing, it needs fettling, it needs a bit of, yeah, a bit of faff. And I can come back to this at a later date, but give me 2 minutes. Let me get the other board back on and let's see what we can figure out on this one. Okay, so puzzled. I'm gonna have to scrutinise the back end of these boards. Actually, there might be a problem with this one anyway, the reasoning why he's changed and put everything on sockets, or whether or not this was how they built this precise board at that time. I don't really know why they would. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this, I'm going to stop filming, I'm going to go away, have a read and see what I can find. I'm going to scrutinise all boards, and I might even put them all together. If you want a full list of, well, if you want another video of what I will be doing to this, it'll be in my other video. I'll try and put links below anyway for the second, well, the original one, the one that I showed you a few minutes ago, and that's going to show exactly what I will do on this. I might just put mono ones on the back of here anyway, with the 2 sockets alongside. There's a lot of fettling I need to do, and you don't really need to see it because I've got it on another video, but we'll see if I can get this working. There might be a case of that capacitor might be wrong, that might be just doing the wrong power to get the brightness on the television, but it's working the same on the other 2, so I don't know. But last time, I'm going to have a read, have a look around, see what I can find, maybe even do a little fettling and modding, because I've got, like I said, I've got 3 of these anyway. If I can make 1 good out of 3 bad, then it's not, yeah, it's not the end of the world. So, yeah, let me get away. Hope you liked the video, but this will be part 1 then. Wasn't planning on doing a part 1 or a part 2 for this. I want to get it all over and done with. But there we go. Can't get the board on. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. If you want to send me something in, then get in touch. If you want to ever speak to me, I'm usually on Discord, I've got social media, links are below. And yeah, I'll see what else I've got on my channel. Subscribe. I think, well, yeah, I'm going to say I'm on 500 subscribers, but I'm not sure. At the time I recorded, I'm not, but it shouldn't be far off. But we'll do something for that when it gets around to it. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next video. Bye-bye for now.